Okay guys, here we go. It's going to be a short video on how to replace the pump for the Nebula 2000 LED. This is a fog machine which also has LEDs when turned on. My problem with this fog machine was actually the pump. It was turning on fine, it's heating fine, but it wasn't pumping out the fog when it should. So therefore, after causing havoc at one of the shows that I had, I decided to take it out and take it apart. Even though it had a warranty, the warranty usually takes about 3-4 months to for them to repair it and then bring it back. I didn't have that much time because I have another party to do. So I decided to take it apart. Very easy. First of all, you have your bracket. Take your bracket off the top. Place it off to the side. Then you have a side panel, which is going to be the side panel where actually your liquid, it's coming in, it's going from the tank to the inside of the machine. That's your side panel. That's the panel you want to take off. Okay, you unscrew the bolts. I've already done that. Actually, I've already repaired the pump, but I wanted to do a short video before closing it back up. Okay, now let me see if I could zoom in a little. Okay, these are the leads that go into the actual machine. Okay, and as you can see, let me see if I can curve it up a little. That is the pump. That's actually the new pump. Okay, that pump has 2 leads that come with the pump, come out of the pump, and the leads are already attached to the pump. When it comes, you'll just have those 2 leads, no ends. You're gonna have to cut the ends to get a point in order to either solder it or bind it together. Okay, and what I've done is all these wires were basically attached one to the other with small straps. Let me show you the small straps. Okay, where are you? Okay, these little pieces right there I cut off in order to have access to the wires themselves. Okay, now let me tell you a couple of tools that you're going to need in order to do the work you need to do. Okay, most likely these are the simple tools you're going to need. Okay, let me get some light on the subject here. Okay, you're going to need some snips over on your right hand side, top right. An open wrench. This particular one, it's 5/8. A screwdriver, some tape, a blade or a knife. A magnifying glass helps. You don't need it, but it does help. Some wire strippers, and obviously some solder, and a small soldering gun if you have one, which I use a regular soldering gun. No problem. Okay, so then you're going to proceed to remove your pump. Okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the 2 wires that are connected to your old pump. Okay, you're going to follow them. Ooh, okay, down yonder. When you get here, you can either do 2 things. You can either disconnect it off the board, or you can cut them somewhere in between. The problem with disconnecting it off the board is that these wires are not only connected to the pump, but they're also connected to another two wires off to your right. So what I decided to do is I decided to pull the sleeve back. The wires are inside a sleeve. Pull the sleeve back and cut it halfway through. You can't see it now, obviously, because I already soldered it together, put a little bit of tape, and then covered it up. But let me show you the old pump. Very simple. Same type of pump. All I did was cut the two wires halfway through, stripped them. Then when it came to the point, I made sure before I wired them, they went through this loop. This is kind of like a harness, a rubber harness holding all the wires together. I ran it through the rubber. Then halfway through here, I soldered each one of them individually with the new wire. Additional, I put a piece of tape. Make sure they don't have contact one with another. Not only that, but I cut one shorter than the other. So even if the tape eventually comes off or through wear it disappears, actually one wire is shorter than the other, so it wouldn't touch. Okay? After you wire that together, and take in mind, you're going to take the pump off. It's easier to work with. Okay? This is a nut, 5/8. You unscrew that, and you're going to find, it's kind of difficult with this one hand, but you're going to find that, one more, okay, has a little piece of rubber inside. Here we go. Little piece of rubber inside, and a nut, okay? And this coil here goes inside. That's what it's going to take the liquid fog and send it over to the heating element. Okay, so it has a rubber piece, so make sure it doesn't leak. And there are two screws under the actual pump. Okay, you unscrew those, and the pump comes right off. Very easy. This is not a rocket scientist. So, you remove the pump, replace it with the other one. Wire everything back up. And then, obviously, making sure everything is connected. I would take my time and make sure everything is connected correctly. Actually, to make it more convenient for me, I took a couple of pieces off. I took this off. I disconnected some wires on this other side, but just for convenience. I didn't have to do it, but I did it in order to work a little bit more comfortable. Make sure everything's together, everything's connected the right way, and then obviously test it, because the final check is the most important check. You should always let these, see, I'm going to turn it on. Should always let the fog machine warm up properly. Once it warms up properly, and then it will act accordingly. This is going to be a very short video, but I just wanted to make sure I get it on film before buttoning everything up. All I got left to do is put some screws on, some straps. I'm going to buy some small straps also, and strap it back on just the way it was. Make sure nothing moves out of place. Make sure everything's the way it should be. So I need to run out to my local hardware store and go ahead and do that. But I wanted to make sure I get it on film. I'm giving it time to warm up properly, so I can go ahead and show you how it's running. This machine in particular, after it warms up and it starts throwing out smoke, has the LEDs which light up on its own. Has its remote control. Has about 3 types of remote control. Has this remote. Has also a smaller remote which you can put it in your pocket. Looks kind of like a car alarm, and you can turn it on that way also. And it also, you can DMX. You can run it through your DMX machine. So it's a very convenient machine. Costs a little bit more than your average smoke machine, but it works, and it should last a pretty good time. Obviously, it's an investment, and if you're just using it once a year, then I wouldn't do it. But if you're using it for shows, weddings, sweet 16s, what it may be, then it's a good investment. I don't know. Let me turn off the light, see if it's warming up, if it's good. There we go. And as you can see the lights. And we're good to go. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. And hit like if you like the video. I'm going to be working on a speaker that blew up about a week ago here in a while. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.